What is happening, people? It is your boy Brad here. Welcome along to the Big Brad channel, and it is the day after the EFL Cup quarter-final against Sunderland. Did I say I wanted a comprehensive win? I sure as hell got one. Not quite the level of performance that you would expect, but it was a performance nonetheless, and we scored 5 goals. Eddie Nketiah bagging himself a first career hat-trick at Arsenal, and the young man, Charlie Patino, coming on for his debut in the 80th minute and scoring as well. Really nice moment for the young man, and hopefully that will give him some confidence and maybe give him a chance to prove himself to keep in the first team, because Mikel Arteta has promoted him to the first team and wants him around the first team for the future. So he does look bright. The future is bright at Arsenal, and overall I would say it was a solid enough performance. Few hairy moments here and there. We let Sunderland back in it when they got their goal back, and they really did step on the mark after that. But other than that, I'd probably say it was a solid enough performance, and I'm happy with it. Through to the semi-finals of the EFL Cup, which I am so happy about, and it's a chance to win a trophy, so why not go for it? Why not go for it? It is the chance for silverware, and what a great way to break the monotony and try and give us some confidence than going for a trophy. And yeah, everyone says the EFL Cup, it's not the most prestigious trophy out there, but it's a trophy nonetheless. Man City can brag they won it for the last 4 or 5 years or so, and they got knocked out by West Ham, so they won't be winning it this year. The 3 other quarterfinals are played tonight, and we will find out who we draw in the semi-final for the EFL Cup, and I am so dreading it because there's still quite a lot of big teams left in it, like Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester. Still some big teams left in the competition, so it is going to be a hard stretch heading to the final, but we've got confidence on our side, and we've got a team that looks settled, a team that look well organised, and yeah, I couldn't be any more happier with that performance last night. There were like I said, there were a few achy moments where you're thinking, oh no, reverting back to the old times, but other than that, like I said, it was a comprehensive win, and it's exactly what we wanted. Let's go to the player ratings. Starting off in goal, Bernd Leno comes back into the side for the Cup after being omission from the squad due to Aaron Ramsdale's rise in prominence, and he didn't really put a foot wrong. Could have maybe spread himself a bit more, maybe could have made himself bigger to stop the chip attempt from the Sunderland player, but other than that, it was a good performance, and had nothing to do. Rarely had anything to do anyway. Nearly had to pick the ball at the back of the net twice when they hit the post, but other than that, it was a straightforward night for Leno, and I'll give him a 6 for his performance. Going to the right back position, Cedric Suarez. He played well. Filled in well for Tomiyasu, who is injured. Hopefully it's not a serious one. It doesn't look serious anyway, but it could be muscle fatigue or anything like that. We shall see what happens for the Norwich game. But I think he will. If Tomiyasu is injured, he will step into the plate. But it was a pretty decent performance by Cedric, putting a few good crosses, and the assist for Pepe's goal as well, and overlapped really well and underlapped as well. Did really well in that sense, so he gets a 7 for his performance. And going to the centre-back position, starting off with Benjamin White. It wasn't a bad performance, and everyone was criticising him for the attempted goal clearance when he was running back and tried clearing the ball off the line, but he couldn't get there. The ball had already crossed the line before he even attempted to clear it, so he couldn't really get there. He'd have to be Usain Bolt to get there, but it was a good, solid, strong performance. Brought the ball out of defence well. Few good passes, few loose ones, but other than that, it was a good performance. So I give Ben White a 7 for his performance. And going to the guy next to him, Rob Holding, the captain, played well, and then when Gabriel came on, he did the Ben White role where he stepped out into midfield and played a few good balls as well, and was really solid. He was involved in the first goal when he headed it to the goalkeeper. It was saved, and then Nketiah followed in, sweet, and he got the first goal, and he was part of that. So Rob Holding, for his performance, he gets a 7. Nuno Tavares on the left side, he's really starting to make me think, wow, this guy, he looks good as a backup left back. He's not even a backup. He couldn't even be a backup if he tried because he's playing so well and giving Kieran Tierney a run for his money in terms of positional sense. Excuse me. But again, that's exactly what you want. You want competition in places, in certain positions, and we've been begging for that for years. And it's exactly what we've wanted. We've wanted a backup for Tierney, and even one that could compete with him for the first choice. And Tavares is doing that, and he put in the assist for Nketiah's second goal as well. Played really well, solid defensively. There were a few little moments where he gave the ball away cheaply, but other than that, again, another solid performance. I'll give him a 7. Going to the midfield, El Neni was the pivot. The one thing that I really have got a problem with El Neni is the fact that he doesn't play forward enough. He just plays backwards, sideways, safe. He plays safe. He doesn't play that risky, like, through ball. When Xhaka came on, you saw the ball go forward more. That's exactly what you want. But El Neni, for his performance, he gets a 6. Going to the 2 in front of him, starting off with Emile Smith-Rowe. A bit of a quiet evening for him. Maybe was exhausted from the weekend, but he came off for Patino. But other than that, he didn't put a foot wrong, so I give him a 6. Martin Odegaard, he gets a 7 for his performance. He was the one who was making things happen and making things tick for the team. And he's really starting to grow in an Arsenal shirt. I really am starting to like him. And I'm thinking, 34 million, is it a steal? Of course it is. And to think that we were linked with players that were over that mark and linked with players that were worth way more than that, but we get Odegaard for 34 million. It's an absolute bargain. It's a steal, and I am so happy with him. I really love seeing him grow in the Arsenal shirt. He gets a 7. And going to Nicola Pepe next, solid performance, and he's not knocking on the door to say I'm coming back into the first team, but he's saying he's around and saying he can make an impact off the bench maybe. But again, he made Hume over on the left side. He may have well just shut his legs up completely because twice he nutmegged him and made him look stupid. And he set up the Nketiah hat-trick goal. And he got a hat-trick of assists as well, did Pepe. So, really good performance by Nicola Pepe. And he gets a 8 for his performance. Going to the left wing position, Flo Balogun didn't really do much, did he? He was an outside shadow, but he had 2 attempts which were comfortably saved. But he's not a winger, he's a striker, and that's where he should have been playing. But Nketiah was playing that role, so having 2 strikers on, one on the left, one in the centre, it just doesn't work. And we found that out with Aubameyang and Lacazette as well for a time, where Aubameyang was playing out wide and wasn't really affecting the games like he could. But it's the exact same. Flo Balogun, he gets a 6 for his performance. And Eddie Nketiah, a perfect 10, gets a hat-trick. Unbelievable hat-trick as well. The first goal was just a simple fox in the box moment where he nutches onto a loose ball where the goalkeeper palms it out and then he nicks it and knocks it in. And then the second goal, just a flick at the near post. Olivier Giroud, I would like to say. Giroud liked that run across the near post when he was at Arsenal. And then the third was just pure genius, a little back heel, and it was beautifully finished, and he deserved that hat-trick, and hopefully, most people will now say, hopefully he signs a contract, but he rejected the contract, so he's rejected contracts so far, so let's see what happens in the coming weeks when Mikel Arteta probably will sit down with him and discuss his future, see what he wants to do, because he's free to talk to clubs in January because his contract's up in the summer. So, but for me, Eddie Nketiah, standout performer, man of the match, easily, 10. Going to the substitutes, starting off with Granit Xhaka, came on the pitch, solidified the midfield, didn't really do much in terms of impact, so he gets a 5. Who else came on? Gabriel Martinelli, didn't really affect the game much, 5. Gabriel, again, 5. And then Charlie Patino came on and scored a goal, so he gets a 6. Comes on, scores a debut goal. What a dream debut that is for him. And hopefully it will kick him on to maybe push for a place in the team. So yeah, and overall it was a good performance. And Mikel Arteta's rating, he gets a 7. Actually, no, he gets a, yeah, I'll give him a 7 for the performance, but most people will probably say that's a bit unbiased and a bit stupid. Why are you giving him a 7? Well, I'll tell you why. Because some of the decisions that were made were pretty far-fetched, but other than that, it was a good performance by Arsenal, and hopefully we can kick on and play against when we play against Norwich on Boxing Day. So hopefully I'll be doing my video, the preview and predicted lineup, probably either tomorrow or Christmas Eve. So stick around for that. So guys, if you do enjoy this video, you know what to do by now. Go down below, hit that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel for more content, and until next time, we will see you later.